I will smile and shout out loud. Go me, go me, go me. I will dust my house today, having fun along the way. I can't wait to start my day. Go me, go me, go me. I can do it. There's nothing to it. I'm flying through it. Go me, go me. With a smile upon my face, I will quicken the pace, knowing I can win this race. Go me, go me, go me. 15 minutes is all I've got, but I'm not gonna stop until I beat the clock. Go me, go me, go me. I can do it. There's nothing to it. I'm flying through it. Go me, go me. I'm flying and so proud, soaring high above the crowd. I will smile and shout out loud. Go me, go me, go me.
Come on in, everybody. Yeah, we got some praise report. I heard from Michelle. Heard from Michelle. Uh, we'll let everybody get in here. I'm excited. I am so excited. Please keep Miss Sharon in your prayers and her daughter, Julie, and her daughters. They are in quarantine right now. And so Michelle, I guess, is going to be taking care of Miss Sharon when she gets out of the hospital. But Michelle is one of the best caregivers I have ever had. She dotes on you just like your grandmama would. Not that she's that old. Sharon and Michelle are about the same age. So, folks, Miss Sharon got 2 stents put in place, and she is going to be feeling a whole lot better. She really is. I am just really proud of all your prayers, of the good Lord. We'll just sing his praises for his miracles that happen every single day, and we don't even know it sometimes. So keep Miss Sharon and Julie and Michelle all in your prayers, and Liz and her children, they're all related. Uh, we just, it's amazing. It is absolutely amazing. So I got my cup of hot tea today. I did really well yesterday. I hadn't had a cup of hot tea in a while. And it was quite refreshing because I've got the air conditioner on. I broke a tea bag inside of my tea container, and I get little specks of, got a little meat with my tea today. The tea bag isn't broken, but I broke one of some other kind in there, and I accidentally picked up some of the little leaves. So, every afternoon we take a break. And a lot of people don't want to take a break. They just want to keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. And what happens when you do that, you eventually crash and burn because you're not taking a break. I remember one time we were doing something with Pam and Peggy, and one of our favorite people did a little skit, and she sidetracked just like the rest of us. But she had to have some surgery done, and her sister in law came to take care of her. This reminded me of Michelle. Her sister in law came to take care of her and take care of her children while she was resting up from the surgery. And she watched her sister in law. You can really learn a lot if you watch somebody that's born organized. And so her sister in law brought a book with her, and she used a timer like you wouldn't believe all the time. So she would work around the house, she'd get dinner going, she'd clean up a mess here and there, get work on laundry. And then her timer would go off and she would sit in a chair with her feet propped up and read for 15 minutes. And then she would put her bookmark back in her book and she'd get up and work some more. And then her timer would go off and she would read for another 15 minutes. She's taking a break so she could keep going. She's taking care of the household duties and the children and her her sister-in-law, and it was just beautiful to watch, she said, because she had never seen anybody do that. Because all we know is you got to go, 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 go until you get it done. And we never get finished. So we got our perfectionism never lets us finish. You know, there's a fine line between born organized and sidetracked people. And that line just goes right down the center. And the born organized person goes over the line, except for this lady. She had learned how to pace herself. The sidetracked person gets up to the line, says, I can't do that, and backs away and goes the opposite direction and procrastinates. Procrastination steals our joy. Don't let procrastination steal your joy. Stay focused on what needs to be done, but take breaks along the way. It's okay to take a break because, you know, you if you pace yourself, getting ready for a big, holiday meal, Thanksgiving dinner. One year, I pre-cooked everything. I was taking it all to my neighbor's house. I pre-cooked everything, put it in the freezer. The day before, I got it out of the freezer and let things thaw in the refrigerator. And all I had to do was Robert put it in the gator and took it next door. And I heated things up at their house, not having to carry hot dishes or anything like that. But I paced myself. And I made videos of all of it for you. And there's a whole section of these videos on our YouTube channel, holiday meals, and then there's a section on how to save money. How to fry chicken and how to make biscuits and how to make dressing and all kinds of things. Uh, I'm looking. Anyway, when we learn to pace ourselves, we can get so much more done. Uh, I went to a conference one time up at the Cradle of Forestry, and the head of Pisgah National Forest, which is it's a national forest, is what it is. It's not a national park; it's a national forest. Now, the Blue Ridge Parkway is a national park, but the head of the national forest, he gave us a little story about this young man. See, we live in the cradle of forestry, and Robert takes really good care of our forest. So we live in the cradle of forestry, and here's the beauty. This kid wanted to be a timber cruiser, which means he would go out and cut trees. And this is before they had big old chainsaws. All they had was an axe. And he'd go out there, and the first day he cut 7 trees. He didn't. He just worked, worked, worked. He was exhausted. He ate dinner. He went to bed. Next day, he got up. He had breakfast. He went out into the forest and he cut 6 trees. 6 trees. It really upset him because he didn't cut as many as he did the first day. And so he got up. He worked later. He got up earlier, and went straight to the forest, skipping breakfast, and he cut 5 trees. By the third day, he's cut half as many as he cut the first day, and he doesn't know what's going on. And the foreman's watching him. The foreman is watching him. This kid is, trying to work circles around all the other in the crew. And what he's realized is he's not as good as he thought he was. He'd see the guys sitting down on the job, taking a break, having a snack, eating their lunch. He was skipping lunch too. Well, the foreman sat him down and said, son, it's like this. You got to sharpen your axe. So the guys that were sitting down weren't sitting down doing nothing. They'd sit down and they'd sharpen their axe with a file, turn it over and do the other side. They were always working with a sharp axe. And when you got a sharp axe, you can get some things done. You can get some trees cut and you can have fun. So don't forget to sit down, put your feet up, take a break, and sharpen your axe. Maybe you sit down and you plan your menus for next week. Maybe you sit down and make your grocery list. Maybe you sit down and work a crossword puzzle and sharpen your brain. Maybe you sit down and read some in my book. I'm reading Derek Prince's biography right now. I may be only reading a page a day right before I go to bed, but it sort of sets me in a good tone to go to sleep. I got a little report on my phone today. I did this app I'm using called Sleepwatch. Where is it? Sleepwatch. Yeah, Sleepwatch. It works with my watch and it does a great job. It does a great job at seeing I didn't think I slept very well last night, but it seemed to think I did. So I'm going to take what it said as being right on. So I slept good last night. I was up 2 or 3 times because the dog wouldn't come in the house. She was doing stuff, chasing down boogeymen. Well, boogie cats, I think. A big old cat was in our yard. Tulip didn't like that. Robert said he shined the light out there and he saw 2 green eyes. So that means it's a cat, I think. Anyway, son just drove up and I'm going to go outside and supervise the back deck. It's looking pretty good. I'll have some pictures for you later. It's looking real good. Anyway, I love you all. Sharpen your axe. Take some time to sharpen your axe. And I'll see you later. Be good, kind, and sweet. Be good, kind, and sweet. Good to yourself, kind to others, and let the joy and sweetness of the Lord just overflow and show the world you are a child of God. Talk to you later.